And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Ready! 52, Mike 52. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll try the right side with Jones. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 60 out wide. Go.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he's got him in. Corey Davis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Red. 10 Tucson. Drop deep, drop deep.
Throwing on first down. Love. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across...
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Check. Here we go. Who that? Hey, Rip 5-2, on here.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. We'll check on his status when we get back. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
You ain't doing nothing today. What's this done? Check nickel. Roll.
First down, here's the run with Cook. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 53's Mike. Here we go.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Watch the pass.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Cook following the penalty. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Cook running right. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. On the carry, it's Cook. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Deuce. Shift. Kill.
On second down now, it's Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Paul Richardson, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly.
And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shout along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, it's Cook. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because You've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant.
On second down, Cook. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
93's the mic. 93's the mic. It's our field. It's our field.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. To throw, it's Wentz. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready. 52. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Let's go.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Set the cover, defense. Let's go. Bravo. 52's the mark. Watch 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Stop your whining. Hey, Mike, this head go. 52. Ready, go.
To throw on second down. Love. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Here we go. 15 lining. 15 lining.
On first down, Love. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Brandon Cooks, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. Lady! Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
On second down, it's Cook, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
A loss of a yard on the play.
Go, Greg.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Topper!
Throwing now is Wentz. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. They'll run on first down. Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Sunday. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. I'm going to run.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. And this is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Throwing his Wentz. And that will be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Well,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
First down, Buccaneers.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Looking to throw on second down. Love. He sets up the screen to Jones. Room to run past midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Love. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
On 1st and 10, Love flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
61, matchbox, right.
On second down, it's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Set.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Red. 10-2, son. Mike 58 right there. Damn. He's checking. Crash.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over first down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball, too.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
Check, 93's the mic.
Sunday.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Check, 93's
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And no, it's incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. This is Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.